right. Today, we are diving headfirst into something that's probably one of the biggest shifts in business tech since, well, the internet itself. We're talking about the rise of AI agents. But here's the key: don't think of them as just another tool. Think of them as a brand new digital workforce that is absolutely poised to change the way we get everything done. Let's get into it. So, let me ask you something. Does your workday feel like a constant game of digital whack a mole? Jumping from your CRM over to your email, then to a spreadsheet, then back to your project management tool, all just to finish one simple task? You are so not alone. This constant switching, this fragmentation, it's a massive drain on productivity. And it's exactly the problem that AI agents are designed to fix. For years we've had automation, but let's be honest, it's always been a bit rigid. It just follows these simple if this then that rules. It's helpful, sure, but it's also pretty limited. AI agents, on the other hand, are a massive leap forward. They don't need a step-by-step checklist from you. You just give them an objective, a goal, and they figure it out. They autonomously plan and execute complex jobs across all your different systems. We're talking about a huge shift from just following instructions to actually achieving outcomes. So what is it that makes this new kind of digital teammate so radically different from the software we're all used to? Let's break it down. Okay, at its absolute core, an AI agent is autonomous software. That means it can perceive its digital world. It can read your emails, your databases, your apps. Then it reasons. It forms a multi-step plan to achieve whatever goal you've given it. And finally, it acts. It takes complex actions across all those different systems to get the job done. In short, it's not about following a script, it's about reaching a goal all by itself. I love this analogy because it's the perfect way to think about it. A traditional AI tool, that's like a calculator. You punch in the instructions, it spits out an answer. Simple. But an AI agent, that's your accountant. It looks at the whole situation, it understands the bigger picture, and it thinks strategically to find the absolute best solution to the problem. It's a whole different level of thinking. So, how do they actually do it? Well, it's all about this constant loop. First, they perceive the world around them, pulling in data from all your digital sources. Then they reason and plan, creating a strategy that can change on the fly. Finally, they act. They execute that plan, whether it's sending emails, updating your CRM, or generating a report. And then the loop starts all over again, which means they're constantly learning and adapting. So understanding the what is great, but let's be real, the why is what really matters. So let's look at the actual tangible impact that these agents are having on businesses like right now. To really wrap your head around the scale of this shift, just look at this number. $15.7 trillion. That's the value that AI is projected to add to the global economy by 2030. I mean, this isn't some small incremental change we're talking about. This is a profound economic transformation, and AI agents are one of the biggest drivers behind it. And look, this isn't some far off futuristic idea. It's happening as we speak. Check this out. Over 3/4 of businesses are already on this path. 35% are already using AI, and another 42% are actively planning to implement it. That window to be an early adopter, it's closing fast. So, what are these businesses actually getting out of it? Well, some teams are seeing productivity boosts of up to 80% by automating entire workflows. Can you imagine? Agents are qualifying sales leads around the clock. They're optimizing ad spend in real time, streamlining incredibly complex supply chains, and providing intelligent 24/7 customer service. We're not talking about small tweaks here. These are major game changing operational advantages. Okay, this all sounds amazing, right? But how do you actually go from theory to reality in your own business? Let's get practical. Let's walk through exactly how you can get your first AI agent up and running. First things first, it really helps to know that there are two main flavors of agents. You've got your system agents, which are experts in one single platform, like a Salesforce agent or a Workday agent. But the really exciting part, the next evolution, is functional agents. These are built around a job role like an IT support agent or an HR onboarding agent. and they have the skills to work across all the different apps needed to actually do that job. So, how do you build them? You've basically got two main paths: no code and pro code platforms. No code is exactly what it sounds like. It's designed for non technical folks, which means it's super fast to implement with a lower initial cost. Pro code is for your developers, it gives you total control and customization. But yeah, it takes more time and a bigger investment. For most businesses just starting out, no code is going to be the fastest way to see some real results. So, what's the best plan of attack? It really boils down to a simple three-step process. First, identify a pilot project. You want to start small with something that's high volume but low risk, like handling internal IT support tickets. Second, you have to define what success looks like. Set clear, measurable goals like let's reduce ticket resolution time by 50%. And finally, and this is crucial, you have to prepare your team and your data. Clean data is non negotiable, and so is getting your team excited about their new digital coworker. Getting just one agent up and running, that's just the beginning. The real transformation starts when you begin to think about an entire workforce of these autonomous agents. Let's peek around the corner at what's coming next. The future isn't about just one agent working alone. It's about AI teams. Just imagine specialized agents for marketing, sales, and operations, all collaborating on complex company-wide goals. This opens the door to things like true hyper-personalization for every single customer and proactive operations that spot and solve problems before you even know they exist. But maybe the biggest change is for us humans. Our role shifts from being human in the loop, doing the boring manual work, to being human on the loop, focusing on strategy, creativity, and oversight. So here's the bottom line. The shift to an autonomous business, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when, and the when is now. This technology is creating a very clear gap between the companies that decide to lead and those that get left behind. So the only real question left is, are you going to be leading the transformation, or are you going to be playing catch up?